Yes, I started when I was 3 years old. I was learning to dance, and I loved dancing. And of course, as I got my entrance into the Royal Academy at 13, and that sort of set the thing. And my father said, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to dance. That's what I want to do." And he said, "Well, I will continue to pay for your tuition, providing you teach. I won't have a daughter of mine going on the stage." So I did that, and I got all my fellowships and all my training, God knows what. And
Joan, didn't you tell me at one point, though, that you were the youngest person ever to get your fellowships?
oh yes,
Yes.
I don't think it's ever been. It probably hasn't ever been changed because they suddenly put up an age barrier to be able to do your fellowships.
How old were you when you had your fellowship?
I got my last fellowship when I was 20. Yeah. That was my fourth.
And I understand from other people that having had your fellowship, you were literally, not metaphorically, eventually an expert in the judging of the techniques and the performance of both ballet
yes.
and
tap. National tap, of course. I was the biggest expert in that.
Every aspect of folk dance from around the world.
Yes, national dancing.
National dancing. And the extraordinary thing that always amazed me, that you actually had, you taught not only myself but many people the difference between being a walloper and a tap dancer, because what you did was tap dancing.
Yes, I did. Tap was not just
as an art form.
I mean, it was an art form. It had a balletic. It had to have a balletic background. You trained in ballet, and you therefore could tap, but you had I don't know.
Rather like the Gene Kellys of the world.
The Gene Kelly, as opposed to
Fred
Astaire, yes, who was a ballroom dancer. Mm. I did ballroom dancing too.
After, so you became, you at your fellowship, so you danced as a child, right up until the time you took...
And did all the grades, from grade 1 all the way up through.
Yes.
Until I started my teaching examinations.
And then you were teaching.
Yes.
And in that period of teaching, you told me, the way that you disliked teaching...
I hated teaching.
Very much so. And the way you finished teaching, because it was a way out, was that somebody offered you a season, is that right, of work of some kind?
Yes, a summer season. In Jersey.
In Jersey.
Mm.
So you
when I was 25.
You were 25.
Yes.
And you eventually married the man that offered you the engagement in Jersey, didn't you?
Yes, 3 years later, because he owned his own show and presented the show we were in London banqueting, and I did all the choreography anyway from day one. When I went in, he realised what I could do, so I started then it went on to designing the costumes and everything else and making them. So it went on from there. But that's what I wanted to do, produce the shows and things, as well as being a performer.
Oh, and then into Guernsey?
Then Germany, France, Switzerland, Copenhagen, all over Europe.
And in some cases, I think you told me that, for instance, that goblet that you have in your possession was given by somebody within the Danish royal family, did you say?
No, he was a count.
Oh, right, he was a count.
German German Count. He and his wife gave it to me as a memento, yes. Count Tuftus.
And in addition to that, you also had to do a lot of the supervising and the driving and horrendous
Oh, I did all the driving.
journeys with taking stuff from one end of the continent to the other.
Yes.
Not only transporting.
Sometimes we would leave at 3 in the morning to get to where we had to get there.
And
We had to drive from Metz to La Rochelle, and there were no motorways in France at that time.
motorway things
Oh, yes. Yes, we worked in San Remo
in San Remo. So
for a month, and then we drove to Milan.
So in other words, extremely hard.
Yeah.
Extremely hard.
And I was on my own, don't forget.
And then,
I had a transit van with all the show on it.
so having had this show,
2 tons.
having had this show successfully running with your own musicians, your own girls, you doing the choreography, and
Costume
designing
design.
the set of the show virtually, you were in charge of all of that. And didn't you tell me the years went on, and your then husband, who was a variety performer, whose people were also in the variety theatre, introduced you to other aspects of entertainment. You tell me that musical instruments came into it, for instance.
Oh, they came in right at the beginning.
And you played...
In Jersey, they came in.
But you played what?
Trumpet, trombone, saxophone, steel drum.
Those Scottish instruments, I think you said?
Oh, bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
Yes, I played the bagpipes.
And in addition to that, I've seen some very good pictures of you. You, your first husband, and Julie, whom you
Oh, on stilts.
You were stilt walkers in
Yes.
the show on those.
We did tap dancing on stilts.
Yes, the 15 huge, great high things. You're right up there, frightening to think you fell over. And so, and you then subsequently used to do fairly regularly appearances on the Huey Green show.
Oh, and, yes, on Op Knox, whenever he wanted a fill-in variety act, he used to ring us up to go in. We did the first one with Mary Hopkin when she first came up, and with Lena Zavaroni when she first came up.
And what was the deal? So you went down, they would ring you up and say, can you come in because we need a balance of a programme?
Yes, yes.
In other words,
Yeah.
yes. So they weren't all amateur people, mainly
All the rest were.
professional.
We would be the only pros on
So
that.
really, in reality, purely, perhaps your family don't really always understand what you did and the level that you did it to.
Did 5 royal performances.
Yes, I knew that, and they don't know that. They're not aware of the expertise
Oh
that you
no, I
had.
wouldn't think so.
I knew it because I spotted it. Like, I thought, oh. But and then after that, when the work for all people started dropping away, didn't it?
Well, yes, London banqueting went, you see. I mean, we did all the Lord Mayor's work and things like that. That was what London banqueting was all about. And then, of course, Harold Wilson took away the entertaining, the tax allowance for entertaining from all the big firms, and it just vanished.
So where did you move into then? Did you? Oh,
that's when we went abroad.
Yeah, then you went abroad and you toured. And if I remember correctly, the connection with myself was at least 40 years ago.
Was it?
At least 40 years ago, when I was booking things for various London boroughs, and I asked you to come down to a variety afternoon at Sutton and saw you doing your London routine.
Oh, right.
Do you remember?
Yes.
The London routine?
Yes.
And which I thought was the best thing I'd ever seen. I'm trying to remember the whole sequence of it. But if I remember, you threw your hat away in...
yes, well towards the end. I did all the London Pride and that, and then went through all the old London songs, the Cockney songs and everything, and then through London by Night and Berkeley Square and all those sort of things.
Night? Is that the one that goes London by Night?
Yes.
It's a wonderful sight.
Yes.
Right, yes.
Yes.
And that got you into Berkeley Square.
Berkeley Square, yes.
And then what I thought...
Then I went into the My Fair Lady sequence.
Great.
And the My Fair Lady sequence, I took it through all of them. And when it came to could have danced all night, I did the thing. And then I took my hat off and threw it and went into a tap routine.
Which was absolutely stunning thing to see. Really. And that, if I remember correctly, did I not then say, you were somewhat, difficult to say this really, but you were somewhat subdued by your first husband, weren't you?
Oh yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't allow too many things to go on.
Wouldn't allow anything that would take, no.
You know, the usual thing. And I saw that, and once, if I remember, once your marriage had declined, did I not come to you and say, we did several things that I booked you for, but what I would say for you, when I was putting in evenings which you arranged for me, if you remember, you had the contact in the Delaware.
The Delaware Pavilion at Bexhill, yes.
And we did a recording, and you took it down and sold it to the management.
That's right.
We were there for 15 years.
Yes.
And
yes.
I remember the sequence that went on, and you said, I can't possibly go down there with real singers.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, of course you can. And you know, it was the worst decision I ever made in my life, because once she came onto the stage, I was forgotten. And I just said, oh, let's have
We were also doing a lot of ladies' nights at that time, because we'd started doing Toastmastering, because I knew all about Toastmastering and ladies' nights and things like that.
But then when I booked the Royal Artillery Orchestra
yes.
on a regular basis, again you stole the thunder, because they wanted somebody they were doing an evening, if you remember, at the Science Museum. All of the Royal Artillery Orchestra came in.
Yes.
With Major Davis.
That's right.
And they wanted somebody, they asked me for somebody.
They wanted songs from the 40s, didn't they?
Songs from the 40s. I said, I've got just the person for you. And again, it's a huge success with it. It really was a huge success.
Yes, that was in the Royal Science Museum. Royal Science Museum?
Yes,
National Science Museum. The
anyway.
Science Museum, anyway.
What happened after that, Joan?
Well, we were basically doing mainly ladies' nights and things, weren't we?
And shows.
And shows and goodness knows what.
We did all the theatres.
Yes, and you, little devil you, when we were doing the ladies' nights and you were supposed to be doing a spot, if you decided you didn't like them, you used to say to me, go and get your London things on. And I had to do the camera.
Yes, but that's a big compliment, really, Joan, because I realised that what you did was far more suitable than me. And I would have done some tap dancing, but we couldn't get the sync in. However, but didn't I introduce you to Sylvia Lindsay?
Oh, yes, well, that was a long time before. That happened when we were still doing Bexhill.
You said it was one of the most satisfying
yes.
times of your whole life.
I loved that, yes.
They
God.
were essentially people that needed the treatment of music, you know, the things that it brought.
It took me all over the country. Sometimes for 6 weeks at a time.
So in the 40s, you would have only been 15 when the war ended, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And were you teaching by the time you were 15?
Well, yes, because I got my introduction. I passed my into the Royal Academy when I was 13.
So you had 2 years with the Royal Academy, and that qualified you for teaching?
I was teaching and doing. Well, that's when I was at grammar school, and at that time you had to have, if you wanted to leave before you had a penalty to pay. And my mother, because my father was in the RAF, he wasn't there, so Mummy came down with me to see the headmistress, and she said that I had got my introduction into the Royal Academy and that I wanted to do dancing, but Miss Wells had said she needed me there for more time. So what I was doing, became a full-time student and doing teaching as well, student teaching, you see, in the school. Yes, well, I was working for council,
and you did
Council of Music.
Until you retired, really?
Well, yes, with the Lest We Forget.
Yes, yes, I'd forgotten
Did
that.
years
So
with the Lest We Forget. Was it Lest We Forget or Not Forgotten?
Not Forgotten.
Not Forgotten. We did both, didn't we?
Yes, but Not Forgotten.
Not Forgotten was the big one. Mm.
I did Not Forgotten, and then put Joan into it, which was heaven sent for me, because I now had a partner to go with.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great performing thing, because you've got somebody to lean back on, and Joan was the person that I leaned back on.
Well, the first year we were in Guernsey, yes, in 1959, and we were the first show in there after the war, of course, and in a hotel, we were a floor show, and the people from Gerald's, the postcard people, came in and said, would I go and have a photograph taken with a Guernsey cow dressed as a Guernsey milkmaid, which I did in 1959. It went on sale in 1959 and it came off sale in 2006.
Wow.
Nobody signed up for royalties.
No, I got a box of chocolates.
Oh, no.
Oh yes, I did the Northern Clubs.
Yes.
Yes, did Batley, worked with Roy Orbison.
Wow.
Yeah, worked with, so many of the stars there. Orbison, can't think now. Well, it's like the All England Cup.
Yes, we have a cup outside, a trophy with Joan's name plastered all over it, which was an All England.
The All England Senior Cup.
Yes, which you won.
Which was the best all-round dance video. You had to do classical ballet, had to do 3 solos, classical ballet and 2 of your own choice.
And we've got that outside. It's about to go into the auctions.
Well, if it doesn't go into the rubbish.
What else? What else do you do with it? You know, Bond died. Now, and then the years go on.
I'm getting a bit worried about this tape, actually.
You don't look too well. Now, Eric James comes along, and Eric James was Charlie Chaplin's musical director.
Yes.
Many years ago, when I was swimming in the pond, she said, "This is a picture of the great white whale of Kent."
He'd been swimming with one of the St Bernards. With what's blown off.
I just think we're very lucky to be here, you know, now at this time. And
Look at Harry's.
this is
Oh, the glycine.
yes,
Yes.
Harry's.
The flowers were beautiful this year.
Now, Joan, which way is that damn dog pointing when it goes looking over there?
The finger is what you look at.
Oh, I see. I beg its pardon.
You look at the finger, not the
And
dog.
where's that pointing now then?
East.
Ah, so when the rain's coming that way,
Yes. When it's coming from the northeast, that's our danger zone. Each year, what the students from the Norwegian university used to come over, and we used to do a performance at 9 o'clock in the morning, because they used to travel overnight and come in to the theatre restaurant for breakfast. And one year, they presented me with this, which is Norwegian pewter.
Oh,
And the person that presented it to me is now King Carl Gustaf of Sweden. Now, while that's just what, maybe a bit. I brought new Earl Grey back with me this time. I know I did. I know. A couple of euros here. Go and give yourself a real good time. Old dog I had. That's Yacky Doodle. That's Bonnie as a baby. That one. And that, of course, is Honey Bunch.